let's take a look at an average American working man. We'll call him Joe. It's been a long, grueling, hard day at work for Joe. What does he want to do? Watch a favorite television show? Go out for a drink with friends? Maybe he's so tired he wants to call it a day there and then. But first, he's got to eat something. Well, so he goes and looks in the fridge. Nothing there. He could go to the store, but that'd be too much trouble. So Joe does what the majority of Americans do when confronted with this dilemma. He calls up the nearest pizza delivery chain and orders a pizza. Or if he's feeling extra adventurous, he journeys out to the nearby Wendy's or McDonald's. You see, to Joe, cooking for himself just isn't worth the trouble. Cooking for himself doesn't offer the instant gratification that his fast food chains do, and besides, he can't cook worth a darn anyway. Unfortunately, Joe is sorely mistaken. Though our busy lives often prevent us from preparing lavish four-course meals, cooking for oneself is actually easier than it may be perceived to be. It offers numerous health advantages over the horrendously unhealthy lifestyle of consuming fast food. So, is fast food really the evil, health-destroying monster it's often portrayed to be? Well, to put it bluntly, yeah, it kind of is. According to Drs. Brennan Davis and Christopher Carpenter, the increased marketing of fast food to adults, and especially children today, is directly linked to the alarming increase in the obesity problem in this country. And what a problem it is. Davis and Carpenter point out that since 1977, there's been a nearly 5-fold increase in the amount of fast food consumption in this country. In the 1990s, nearly a third of all American youths ate at a fast food restaurant any given day of the week. And in the last decade, those statistics have grown even gloomier. With increased obesity comes numerous other health risks, including but not limited to adult onset diabetes, cardiovascular disease, increased blood pressure, and depression. USA Today reports that an estimated 60 million Americans are considered to be obese, but perhaps a more telling statistic is that within a mere 5-year span between 2000 and 2005, America saw a whopping 24% increase in the number of obese people. With this parallel of rising obesity rates and the steady increased reliance on fast food, it's clear that many Americans' eating habits are getting them in serious trouble. What then is the alternative? Well, terrifying though it may seem to many people, the only true solution is healthy eating. Cooking for oneself can be particularly effective in avoiding high-fat and sugary foods, and can be one of the single most effective steps one can take in beginning a healthier lifestyle. Cooking to Eat Heart Smart is the focus of the Diabetes Health Journal article, Cooking for a Healthy Heart. Eating foods with low fat and sodium help keep blood pressure ranges at an optimum level and help reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases and other health complications brought about by unhealthy eating. The article points out that extremely simple techniques like using skim milk instead of whole milk, preparing pans with vegetable oil, and baking or grilling meat instead of frying it are just a few of the countless ways people can cut down on the intake of excess fat in their diets. Jane Brody of the New York Times says that although the very prospect of spending any amount of time in the kitchen causes many to despair, the vast improvement in nutrition and health far outweighs the alternative. Not to mention the new skill picked up is a great way to impress friends, family, and of course, dates. So, even though that initial transition may be difficult for some, many people find that they're not even tempted to return to a lifestyle of fast food once they do. Okay, well great, but where do you start? Where does one begin? Well, contrary to what many people may believe, cooking for oneself doesn't require a degree from a 4-year culinary institute. It doesn't even require hours spent in the kitchen. As explained by FoodNetwork.com's Heart Healthy Recipes webpage, there are literally dozens of quick, easy, healthy recipes that can be prepared in 15 minutes or less. About the same amount of time it takes to run out to McDonald's to get a couple quarter pounders. Simple pasta dishes that literally involve nothing more than boiling some noodles and pouring sauce on top are delicious, healthy, and laughably easy to pull off, even for the most inexperienced cook. Food Network offers plenty of tips for the busy cook as well. Make a trip once a week to the grocery to stock up on fruits and vegetables that can be incorporated easily into nearly every meal. Ready-to-cook chicken breasts and fish are healthy, devilishly easy ways to incorporate meats into your diet, while canned beans and vegetables are simple, healthy foods that involve no more work than a couple of twists of a can opener to enjoy. With so many options to make extremely delicious and healthy meals, it really is truly puzzling that people would continue to prefer to consume the greasy, artery-clogging food manufactured at fast food chains around the country. America is a country of institutions. Baseball, crispy apple pie, Thanksgiving dinner. Unfortunately, one of these is also America's obsession and love of fast food. It is as unhealthy as it is pervasive in our culture, and a change needs to occur, and that change is personal cooking. Cooking for oneself gives the new chef complete control over what is being consumed, and just because something's healthy and not artery clogging doesn't mean it can't be delicious. It allows one to be more health conscious, and with the wealth of easy recipes out there, there's really no excuse to not at least make an effort to cut down on unhealthy eating and start cooking.
Now we're going to gorge ourselves.
But it's all healthy food.